My name is Adam, and I'm a historian from Boston. Most visitors I meet have heard about the 1773 Boston Tea Party, but few know about the actual details or could imagine taking part. In fall 2023, I commissioned 18 replica tea chests based on archival research. Friends helped bring them to Boston Common, where we helped both visiting locals and tourists to assemble them. Our chests were exact copies, built with dovetail jointed sized and closed with hand-forged nails. We replicated 3 different historic sizes too: full chests, quarter chests, and 1/8 chests. Depending on the size, each would carry a different weight and value of tea. Our ultimate goal was to get people as close to physically possible to the reality of the destruction of the tea as it happened 250 years ago.
Hi, this is Chris here. I'm the editor and also a historic tour guide of Boston. Most formal museums can only let visitors get so hands-on, but as a private event, we secured insurance and a permit from the city which allowed guests to use period tools, and all inside the oldest public park in America. We believe that the Revolution's history should be for everyone, and people learn best by taking part. Next up, we needed tea, all the way from China, just like the original cargoes destroyed in 1773.
The economy of the 18th century was global, with cultures competing and connecting across oceans. Even today, around 80% of goods worldwide move by ocean-going ship. Tea in 1773 was loose leaf, not in bricks or bags. Historically, chests were packed by Chinese laborers, treading the tea into place with their feet. One very important detail we copied was the lead lining of historic tea chests. This dense metal wrapper kept the tea from spoiling for years while at sea and in storage in London. But it also gave our ancestors brain damage because everything they were drinking was mildly toxic. The 3 accurate tea varieties we packed were Bohea, Songlo, and Souchong.
And here Adam showcases accurate 18th century CrossFit.
Once filled, the chest wrappers were soldered shut by trained professionals. Finally, local artists painted on period-correct labels with linseed oil paint, and we were ready. Our experiment challenged guests to re-examine key misconceptions about the Boston Tea Party. Number 1. The original name was the destruction of the tea. It wasn't a party, it was a deeply illegal protest. Number 2. Over 3 hours, around 300 Sons of Liberty destroyed roughly $2 million in modern values worth of commercial property. Number 3. 46 tons of tea was dumped. So much so that it had to be physically beaten into the mud as the tide went down. Number 4. Most participants hid their faces, and their leaders dressed as Indians to show how American they were. Number 5. It was a pre-planned, highly effective piece of both property destruction and scandalous political theater. Number 6. Nobody was imprisoned, but the act was so illegal that very few people admitted they'd taken part. Because it was so controversial, it wouldn't be celebrated for another century. Boston's 1773 tea destruction is an amazing case study of our complicated history of who and how and why people protest in America, and how one event can be both an American and a global story, one that we got to share with Bostonians and visitors alike. If this story interests you, reach out, and you can also buy a souvenir from the event itself at the links below.